certainly taking that torch on is Diana Taurasi.
Caitlin Clark for Indiana, who has been terrific, the #1 overall pick, who has been packing buildings all across the U.S.
Taurasi puts it on the floor, finds Turner down.
Picture this. A rookie steps onto the WNBA court. Veterans scoff, saying she needs a reality check. Fast forward a few weeks, and that same rookie is breaking records left and right. That's Caitlin Clark's story, and it's far from over. Want to see how she's turning the WNBA upside down? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Now let's discuss exceeding expectations. In the WNBA, how uncommon are triple doubles? Now, picture a novice performing it twice. Clark just did that, and it's getting everyone talking. The worst part is that she's just getting started. Clark had an incredible performance in his most recent game. She scored 24 points, pulled down 10 rebounds, and distributed 10 assists. Not only is that good, but it's also good historically. In WNBA history, only one other rookie has ever performed as well as this one. Clark is reinventing the game, not simply playing it. But hold on, it gets wilder still. Clark has now accomplished something that 99.63% of all WNBA players have never done with this triple-double. Give that a moment to settle in. We're witnessing a rookie who has already surpassed nearly every player to set foot on a WNBA floor. It seems as though she reached celebrity status right away, eschewing the learning curve.
Caitlin Clark for Indiana, who has been terrific, the #1 overall pick, who has been packing buildings all across the U.S.
Here's Taurasi. Drives into the paint. Oh, so
Clark with fans everywhere.
You can just feel the buzz and excitement.
And this is something that will wow you. As of right now, Clark is the 6th player in WNBA history to record multiple triple-doubles in a career, the 6th in the league's whole existence, and she accomplished this as a novice. But it's not all about the stats, it's all about how natural it seems on her. What's truly impressive, you ask? Clark's approach of managing the stress. All eyes are on her, anticipating a stumble or some inexperienced trepidation. Nevertheless, she appears to be playing as though she has been in the league for a long time. She seems to thrive in the spotlight and uses the attention she receives to motivate herself to work even harder. Let's dissect it for a moment. In the WNBA, triple doubles are uncommon, very uncommon in fact. The majority of athletes never receive one during their career. Here is Clark scoring her 2nd goal of the season with a relaxed demeanor. It's genuinely revolutionary rather than merely remarkable. But the numbers aren't everything. It concerns the way that Clark is altering the game. She is exceeding the high standards that were set for her, not merely meeting them. She seems to be challenging the other players in the league each time she's on the court. She seemed to be stating, "This is the new standard. Yo, keep up if you can." One of the league's top players, Clark, is facing the consequences of a certain preseason forecast as he continues to make history. Here, who's actually receiving the reality check? Recall Diana Taurasi's statement that Caitlin Clark in the WNBA would get a reality check. It appears that Taurasi's reality is the only one being verified. Clark is reinventing the professional game rather than merely adjusting to it. Taurasi too?
Well, she's definitely taken that golden advice, recently being the first WNBA player that has recorded consecutive points.
Ron Stanley's not doing too shabby in South Carolina either.
She is certainly taking that torch on is Diana Taurasi.
It is pandemonium here, sold out once again for the Indiana Fever.
Her remarks have backfired horribly, and she's watching from the sidelines. Let's dissect it. In addition to playing well, Clark is making more experienced players appear like beginners. In just 34 games, 7 had 20+ points and 10+ assists. That's hardly a rookie-level score. That is the domain of superstars. Taurasi, too. In her 559-game career, she has only accomplished that feat 9 times. It's easy to tell who's setting the pace here without being an expert in arithmetic, but the numbers aren't everything. It concerns the effect. Clark isn't simply playing the game every time she gets onto the court, she's transforming it. She possesses the uncommon talent of improving everyone in her vicinity. What about the supporters? They're having the time of their lives. Clark highlights are going viral on social media, and Taurasi's remarks are turning into a comedy that she didn't mean to share. Do you know what's truly bizarre? Clark is not only living up to expectations, but beyond them. She's setting the bar higher and higher with each game. Furthermore, not only newcomers are finding it difficult to keep up, experts such as Taurasi are witnessing feats of this youthful sensation that they have never seen before. It seems as though Clark changed the game right away without going through the learning curve. There has been a strong response to Taurasi's remarks. Her reality check prediction is being ridiculed by fans with great abandon. It's like witnessing the live-action backfiring of a basketball prophecy. The problem is that this goes beyond a single veteran retracting her statements. It has to do with how women's basketball is changing. Everyone is being forced to reconsider what is feasible in the WNBA by Clark's domination.
13 points, 13 assists, 12 rebounds, and a huge win.
Taurasi puts it on the floor, finds Turner down low, her first basket of the season. Way to go, Breezy.
There's so many people that are showing up in fever gear or gear of myself, and so I think it's not something that ever gets old.
She's good, period. Not just terrific for a rookie. For players who have been at the top of their game for a long time, that can be frightening. All of a sudden, there's this new kid in town who not only keeps up, but also sets the standard. You have to wonder what Taurasi is thinking about at this very moment. Does she find it impressive, fearful, perhaps a tiny bit of both? Let's face it, Clark isn't just living up to the hype. She's generating it on an entirely new plane. She is making the NBA as a whole take a moment to reflect on Taurasi's reality check. Are you aware of how certain gamers alter the game? Actually, Clark is rewriting the entire playbook, not simply making changes to it. She's already being compared to NBA greats like Steph Curry and Larry Bird. However, the true query is this: is she going to ignite a basketball revolution among women? Consider it. Clark isn't merely acting inexperienced. She plays as though she has been in the league for a long time. And her numbers aren't the only thing that impress. It's her method of doing it. She has a magical touch that improves everyone in her vicinity. She seems to possess basketball-related superpowers. This is when things get really crazy though. What if Clark had a season where she not only wins Rookie of the Year, but is MVP material? Yes, I am aware of this. It sounds absurd, but the way she's playing, it seems like everything is possible. Not content to simply keep up with the veterans, she is directing the flow. For a moment, let's discuss her playing style. How did Larry Bird manage to do everything on the court? He had 3 skills: passing, rebounding, and scoring. Clark possesses a similar level of adaptability. Not only is she a scorer, she's not merely a bystander, she's the total deal, and her shooting comes next. It resembles Steph Curry wearing a WNBA uniform. She has an endless range and doesn't hesitate to use it. However, it goes beyond just her playing style. What matters is the impact her achievement will have on women's basketball and the WNBA overall. Not only is Clark shattering records, her expectations are shifting. She's demonstrating that newcomers can step in and take charge right away. It's quite significant for the league. Consider what effect this might have in the long run. Fans are tuned in to watch more. Encouragement to pick up a basketball for more young females. Greater recognition and regard for the sport of women's basketball overall. Clark isn't only thinking about herself, she is participating for the sport's future. And while we're talking about the future, let's discuss records. Clark is going to own the record books at this pace. She is already poised to surpass a number of historical marks, including several that Diana Taurasi once held. Recall how we discussed Taurasi's remark regarding a reality check? It's possible that Clark will surpass Taurasi's records one by one. This, though, is the item that's truly getting everyone excited. It's possible that Clark will hold the record for the most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's only now beginning. It's similar to witnessing a live basketball prodigy. She does something in every game that leaves you thinking, did she really just do that? And even more absurd than that, you know? This is only the start. Clark is still picking things up and getting used to the pro game. Just think about how she will change in a year. After 5 years, you'll feel as though your head will spin. Not merely a fantastic first season is being shown to us. Perhaps the WNBA is about to undergo a revolution. Everyone is rushing to catch up as Clark is constantly altering the game. She appears to be playing chess when everyone else is engaged in checkers. This is the truly thrilling part though. There's more to Clark's achievement than simply her. It concerns the implications for women's basketball going forward. She is setting a higher standard for all. She's demonstrating what is feasible. She's also opening the door for the upcoming generation of players by doing this.